yeah, I've been much more comfortable in the last 10, 15 years being weirdos, killers, freaks.
Oompa Loompas.
Oompa Loompas, yes, especially that. Yeah.
I love that. I recently saw it and I thought it was
Oh,
excellent.
thank you very much.
It was the best part of the film for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the characters you've been playing recently have just been downright evil. I saw Heretic, and I thought it was extraordinary.
Yeah.
But what do you tap into to play someone so vicious?
Well, I think any actor would tell you the same thing, that when you play someone a baddie, the absolute key is not to play the badness; it's to love them, to find the quivering jelly, the heart of them, and to find the history. What happened? What happened to make them that way? You know, who didn't love them, or what terrible thing happened? And then you play it as someone real who has no idea that they're bad, and that comes over, I think, more interestingly than if you're a moustache-twirling baddie, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, and actors seem to really enjoy playing bad characters. Why do you think that is?
Well, audiences prefer them,
Yeah.
and we're all about audiences, aren't we? So the interesting question to me has always been, why do audiences prefer the baddie, and always have done throughout the history of dramatic representation. They're sort of fascinated by the baddie. I can only guess that it's because we are innately evil. It's our true state as human beings, and it's that sort of recognition of that that's thrilling. That all our positive characteristics, our niceness, our kindness, is just stuff we plaster on top to make life bearable, but deep down we're vile.
Interesting. So you do a lot of preparation. Are you an actor that's more spontaneous? Or?
No, ridiculous amounts of prep.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, sometimes for over a year I'm sitting there creating these vast biographies of my characters. I want to know everything about them and everything about their background, their families, their parents. I don't know if it has an effect. I call it marinading, like you marinate a piece of meat in a sauce for a week and it's more delicious. So I do that. But then equally, I have also, the only other lesson I could possibly ever tell someone going into film acting is be spontaneous on the set. Never ever do what you prepared in front of the bathroom mirror. That's death. Invented on the spot. Sometimes I did a film, I've done several films with Guy Ritchie, and sometimes he likes to write the script right at the last moment for key scenes, which makes me furious. And I remember having a big tantrum with him in Turkey. We were making a film. This was a key moment in the film, it was the culmination of the film. He hadn't written it, finally gives me the pages. On the morning we're going to shoot it, with quite a lot of dialogue. And I said, this is not the way I work, it's not the way any decent actor works. I need to prep, I need to marinade. And anyway, I think it's the best scene I've ever done in my life, because it was spontaneous, you know. Preparation, acting-wise, is quite dangerous. Preparation, character-wise, it can be useful. Yeah.
It's different in the theater, I guess. Theater is all about preparation.
It's more technical stuff.
It's more technical. And also the British style of acting is very much more theatrical in terms of preparation and keeping it on script.
Well, yeah, and the other enormous debate there between, if you like, the British school and the American school is whether when you're acting King Lear on the stage in London, are you King Lear or are you the actor? I remember Bill Nye is a very good actor talking about this. Are you Bill Nye acting? He says he's absolutely 100% Bill Nye acting. Yeah, and he's not King Lear at all. You talk to Americans, and they are really trying to, they say, I am the person. I have no knowledge of myself at that moment. And after 40 years of acting, I still can't tell you which is the right way to go. Sometimes one and sometimes the other, I think, is the answer. But they're fundamentally different attitudes.
Do you have any favorite cinematic villains?
Well, who doesn't love Hannibal Lecter? I mean, Tony Hopkins, what an actor. He's, I would say, the British school. He's very sort of prepared, and he's a theatrical guy, and it's magnificent, just magnificent. Interesting man. He's one of those actors who's so good at acting that I think he finds it quite hard to be Tony Hopkins. If you meet him,
Yeah.
he can't quite decide on an accent to talk to you with, and he keeps slipping around.
Yeah.
I've met several like that. The absolute creme de la creme, the best actors are sometimes very wobbly about their own self.
They need the armor of a role.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. So you've been called one of the greatest actors in Britain. Your films have made $4 billion worldwide. Today, what excites you about cinema? Because you seem to have done it all. You played the good guy, the bad guy, the complicated guy. Is it the paycheck, or is it something else that you see that excites you?
Well, nowadays, to get away from my children. I had children very late in life, and I have that still, and it's shattering. So it's lovely when I have to say bye. I'm off to New York for a few weeks to do a film. Having I've left the house, but part of it's that. It's also just now for me a little bit difficult because I really loved films in the cinema, films made on celluloid, films shown to an audience, a communal experience. And I have found it very hard to fall in love with streaming. In fact, I kind of hate streaming. I think it's sad that everyone sits at home or watches a film on their iPhone. So a lot of the offers that come through are for streaming, and I feel a bit tired, and I can't really get excited for that.
The theme of this summit is transforming tomorrow. How do you see the future of cinema? Like, where do you see cinema going and your role in that?
Well, I'm not sure if I have any role at all, but that's certainly my worry, is that, especially you're reading the news in the wonderful Hindustan Times this morning about the Netflix buying Warner Brothers. I don't know. I mean, for those of us who love the theatrical experience of film, that's another piece of bad news, I think. And my hope in all things is that we'll get bored of the digital experience, the online experience, soon, and go back to real-life experiences. I was saying this to Shabana, who's the boss of this whole organization, earlier. She was talking about how difficult it was to monetize, digitalize newspapers all over the world. And my suggestion is forget it. Come offline completely. Go back to paper. Because if it's a great enough product, and it's the place you want to go for news, people will buy it on paper. And it's a wonderful experience to sit there with a newspaper, with your phone off. Same with books. And for me, the same with filmed entertainment.